Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Miranda at Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan, and I'm here with a little different type of video. I wanted to talk through my plans for self-care in 2019 and to share with you guys some things that I've learned. So, you know, as I've joined the planner community, that's really the first time that I've heard so much about self-care, self-care, self-care. So if you're a newbie, let's talk about what self-care is. So self-care is defined as activities and or practices we engage in on a regular basis to reduce stress and enhance our well-being. So with that being said, there's five areas of self-care that we will discuss today. So the first area is mental, and in mental self-care, you're either learning, you're stimulating your mind, or you're just giving your mind that well-needed break, because during the day with just life and being mothers and wives and friends and sisters and nieces and granddaughters and all these roles that we play, we get a lot of clutter going on up here. So things that you could do to enhance your mental health, and that would be considered as self-care, would be like reading a book, listening to music, doing a media detox, which maybe I'm going to look into that for 2019. Not sure, but definitely that could be something. And maybe taking or teaching some type of a class. So if you've gotten really good at planning, you know, maybe you want to get a group of your friends together and teach them what you've learned about planning, or whatever your niche is in the planning community. So that would be the first area. The second area is for physical. And so that's your safety, your health, nutrition, movement, physical touch, and believe it or not, sex. SEX. Let's talk about it. So, you know, any type of new workout you can find, taking bubble baths like an Epsom salt or a long hot shower, laughing loudly, and eating nourishing foods, so healthy foods, and finding new ways to incorporate healthy foods into your diet. Okay. The third area is spiritual. So it allows you to follow values and beliefs to give you purpose. And so it could be a nature walk where you're reflecting on creation. It could be just on the beach and, you know, seeing the waves, how they hit the shore, and, you know, and then you start thinking, you know, of the grander scheme. If you believe in, you know, a creator and all of that, you start reflecting on those things. Attending religious services. That's another way to nurture you spiritually, and it's considered a form of self-care. And then volunteer work that really gives you purpose in your life. It makes you feel like you're giving back. So some type of ministry, whether that is a preaching ministry, teaching ministry, whatever you consider your volunteer opportunity, feeding the homeless, cooking for the homeless, you know, donating clothes or whatever. So that's another area of self-care. Fourth is social. So social is social connections, and it creates a feeling or a sense of belonging and acceptance. So, you know, walking and talking with your friends, organizing a family dinner, those types of things really make you feel social and connected. And that could be a form of self-care, especially if, like, for instance, if you're so busy in your life that you're missing out on various things, then, you know, planning a family dinner is something great, or just, you know, hanging out with your friends or talking to your friends. And I'm trying to read my writing here, and I can't what the last point is, but, you know, those are some things. Okay. And fifth, there is emotional self-care. So this helps us to understand ourselves more, cope with challenges, and develop and nourish healthy relationships. So writing in a gratitude journal, saying positive affirmations, saying no. I like that one. If you guys watch the 25 days of tips collaboration that I recently was involved in. I don't remember which day, but Miss Tia, she had a one of her tips was saying no. No is a sentence. No. Okay, so saying no, writing letters to yourself, seeing a therapist could also help you. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I really feel like for 2019, as far as self-care, I'm going to make sure that I'm participating in some type of self-care on a daily basis. And so listening to music totally is something that I feel like I do on a daily basis. So for my mental, I'm definitely working on that. Something else you could do to give your mind a break is to brain dump. So you'll see that in my planners, especially my mini on-the-go planner, I will have an area for notes or brain dumping. In my TN, which we're getting ready to talk about that. I'm gonna grab it off the shelf. In my TN, you will also see me talking about, you'll see an area for just note-taking, brain dumping in my TN as well. So that is one way that I'm going to exercise self-care in terms of my mental. For my physical, I'm definitely, you'll see it in my Healthy Hero planner, that I'm going to be engaging in various challenges to get me moving with my body and things like that. And long Epsom salt baths or bath bombs and things like that. I'm definitely going to incorporate that in there. And then spiritually, I feel like I have a really good spiritual routine, but I want to do things like, and some of these things will overlap. For instance, physical is to get moving, some new workout, but in spiritual, a nature walk is one of those things. So walking, moving outside in nature, those two will overlap. So attending religious services, I'm definitely regular in that, at least twice a week. That's what I'm doing right now. So I feel like I'll be good in that category. Social, I'm definitely going to do more things with organizing family dinners or family functions, not only with my families or certain things, hosting things for my girlfriends. I think that'll be good for me socially. So, and then finally, emotionally is really where I'm going to focus some time. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera on my TN to show you what I have in mind for 2019 and how I'm going to be using this TN journal, which is really my self-care journal. All right, so see you in a sec. Okay, so let's jump right in and talk about my little TN. I hope I will remember all the shops, but if not, I'll certainly attach them below. So my TN itself came from, and I think I mentioned this in my 2019 lineup video, my TN came from City Girl Planners, and it was one of the mystery sales. And then I put this cute little simply gilded bow label on the front because I'm doing kind of a pinky pastel-y kind of theme. And then these little charms, which are the eyeglasses. Aren't those cute? And then of course a little gold bow came from Hobby Lobby. So when you open up the inside, I have this little insert here. This little paper clip dangle came from Minnie Rose Co. I can tell you that for certain. And this is a Happy Mail die cut that I have laminated, and it says Happy Mail delivered. And because I love Happy Mail, we all do. So it's good to remember when it's delivered. These UGG boots came from Digital Dash. This water tracker, I don't know where it came from, but I like it because you can use your wet erase marker and then track your water. And you can rub it off daily. And my little Starbucks, the red cup that I saw in the airport and didn't pick up, and I should have picked up because now I don't have one. Yeah, that one. This one is Gold Mine and Cocoa. It says thick thighs, thin patience. Yeah, that about sums me up. I would say that. And then, of course, this one is from Digital Dash. We'll have another one in here. It's just a little toboggan with the fur ball on the top. And then this reminds me of a Revlon lipstick that I have. It's in a dark, deep maroon. So I just put that in there because, you know, all things girly. This is an ollie clip that's here. This pocket I thought would be fitting because it's got gold and it also has pink. And then this die cut comes from Gold Mine and Cocoa, and it says not today. I have my ollie clip securing that. This lovely lady reminds me of myself. You know, my cousin, she calls me beige all the time, and I really don't really like beige. I could go for taupe. You know, I could go for sun-kissed, but not beige. So this lady reminds me of myself, and as you guys know, I love chocolate girls in my planner, but sometimes it's nice to have a girl that's my complexion, you know, and she got that hair popping, her little waist and those big hips. Yeah, that reminds me of myself. If I do say so myself. And this came from Print, Pray, Slay. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this one caveat. I am learning how to print and cut my inserts, even though people make it seem very easy on YouTube. It is not easy. Like, I've been struggling. Some of them are not the right size or whatever, but I figured the more that I do it, the better it will become. But I want to tell you that I did make this reloadable dashboard myself, so very proud of that. That's the front of it. And then the back of it is here. It's another die cut, and I'll tag the shop below, but it says minding my business and minding it well. And I like it because she got an attitude. And then this is just one of the, looks like the White Barn candles from Bath and Body Works. All the dashboards and in here, all the paper came from one of the LOL scrapbook paper books. Okay, so this is one, this has a habit tracker, and I'm going to show you guys this one because I think this is the one I'm going to land with, because it has you list out whatever your goal is, habit I need to adopt to get there. So whatever your goal is, what habit do you have to adopt to get there? What's your motivation? How are you going to reward yourself? And then you make a promise to yourself and you sign off and date. So I really like that. It says signing. Actually, it says singing, but I know they meant signing. On the line is a definite way of committing yourself to your new goal. You are making a promise to yourself. And then it has the little oath that you take there, start date in there, end date. And then it says an open-ended habit is sometimes hard to keep. We need a definite time span and benchmarks to achieve that feeling of success. And then if you have to repeat another month, then you check. And it says color in every month you successfully achieve. So you can track it monthly, and then you can track it at 1 week at a time. So it has 4 weeks, and then it even accommodates for months that have 5 weeks. So I really like that. In that same one, it had other habit trackers like this where you're listing your habits here. And I don't know why this has 10, but it has 10, maybe 10 days at a time. 3 of them would be a month. I'm not sure. You have weekly achievements, and I will improve, then notes. Oh no, this has all 12 months and I didn't pay attention, and there's 31 days. And then whatever type of color coding you're going to use, you can color these in and make yourself a little legend. So that's another one, and there's like 2 pages of that. So I really like that one. Okay, this next one, I have the little magnet lipstick from LOL in this one. And this is just some note paper so that I can brain dump. And so it's just line paper. That one's pretty easy to make. I'll have to include where I got this today bookmark from. But on the top of the TN, if you look, you can see where you are if you're daily tracking. So I have a couple of options for planning out my weeks. And of course, this is for my 1 word journaling technique that I'm going to use for 2019. I looked through my journal for last year or this year, 2018, and it was very much so, you know, today I went to Walmart and I wasn't feeling well, blah, 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 blah. So this is 365 words to inspire. And so each word should inspire you to write something that made you happy that day, or something you've seen beauty in, or whatever. but it's 365 words. So I printed that out, rounded the corners because of course I'm into totally rounding all corners of everything now. And I'm putting that in the back of my planner so that I can keep up with it from day to day. So I don't know if I'm gonna use this layout or not, but I'm gonna try. This one I do like, and even if I used it as like a planner, it'd be pretty cool. It has, you know, all the days of the week on 2 pages. It has your meal plan. It has some grid here, a graph paper here. You have your habit tracker here, and then use some to-do lists and then notes for next week. So I kind of like that setup. And I think this one is from Scrap Craftastic. I'm not 100% sure. All right. This bow is also from Mini Rose Co. So of course I put it in there because we like bows. Okay, this is another one that I found. I kind of like this because it's kind of decorated with the floral along here. And then it has dot grid for the days of the week. It has your habit trackers to do there. And then you have this whole section for notes. So I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'm probably going to experiment in both until I decide to, you know, figure out what I'm going to do. This is some vellum that I actually printed myself and I foiled it. Do y'all see that sheen on there? Y'all see that gold foil? Yes. So I actually saw one of E. Michelle's Planmas videos where she talked about alternate ways to be able to go foil without investing in a laser jet printer. And so I used the toner pen by Hottie Swap, and I ran it through my laminator with the minking paper, and it turned out fairly well, I would think. I'm not mad at it. So I just took that vellum and printed it out. Of course, this printable is from the Digital Dash, and I wrapped it around another brain dumping page, and this is just dot grid. Okay, this dashboard is not reusable, but it's from Digital Dash, and it has my little chocolate boo on there. She's out there in the sun, in the snow with her red jacket and her scarf, looking cute, riding boots and everything. Okay, the next one is a monthly setup. Hence, I have month here to denote when January begins. And I have 2 in 1. I need to order me some jump bands. So hopefully I'm going to order some so that I can properly put this in here. All right, this one is a gratitude journal. And oh wait, before we get to the gratitude journal, I have like multiple things going on. This is another printable. It's a weekly planner setup, but it is a horizontal layout, and then it has like a weekly focus. You have your habit trackers here, meal plan and to-do list. So I don't know if I like that or not, but I wanted to try it. This in here, which I haven't wrapped anything around it, and I need to, is my gratitude journal. And then it just has, you know, 3 things that you're grateful for every day, and then your happiness scale. So I put that in there, and look at this bookmark I made. So this came with, this one came from Plan with Shan's blog page. She has freebies, and this is a Ray Dunn inspired printable. So it was free, and I printed it out and laminated it and using it as a bookmark. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to fix this. And then the back of this is the back of that, of this right here. And what I like about this is I made myself a little pin loop, and so I'm, you know, trial and error. I'm watching all these DIY videos, and of course I think I can DIY too. Not always the case, but I just used this like a scrunchie, and I cut a piece of the scrunchie off. This is the end of it. I couldn't get the knot out, and I cut a piece off, and then I just used it hot glue, and I glued it to here so I can put a pin in the back of that. And then in the very back, I have this cute little pink bow pin paper clip that I got from Hobby Lobby with this sweater and scarf that I printed out from Digital Dash. And of course, those are my 365 words. So this TN is definitely going to be the epitome of self-care for me. One of the ways that I'm doing self-care as far as when it comes to journaling, and you know, really taking time to focus on, you know, a different type of journaling. Not today I walk the dog, and I cook dinner. Like, let's make it meaningful journaling. And I think the 365 words will help prompt me to think in that way. So just wanted to share with you guys in depth of how I'm tying this into self-care. I will be shooting another video. I don't know if you guys remember this planner from the lineup where I printed out the page and added the rose gold disc on it. I have to tell you about this beauty inspired by Miss Trish Moon herself. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do about this. And this is all about self-discovery. And that's all the peeks I can give you on that. Okay, guys, let's flip this camera back around. Okay, guys, so that is my plan for my TN and how I plan on enhancing my self-care for 2019. I really hope you guys have enjoyed these tips. And just remember that self-care is multi-dimensional. It is not just one thing or one way. We need to make sure that our self-care includes mental, physical, spiritual, social, and emotional health. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys, as you know. So any comments below, any suggestions that you have that I can enhance or change any of the areas or add to my self-care in any of the 5 areas below. Give me that thumbs up and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. I hope your 2019 is full of you being accountable and achieving all of your goals. Ciao, Bella.